Today's guest is a certified tastemaker behind the decks and beyond, DJ, creative, and nightlife curator Zoe Gitter. From spinning her iconic LA party gag to sets in Ibiza, Zoe has built a global name blending sound, culture, and community. We're so excited to dive into her world, the music, the madness, and everything in between. Yay!
Yay!
I'm so excited that you're here.
Wow,
I've
me
been
too.
dying to not only like spend time with you and get to learn more about you, because I feel like we've only seen each other and know each other from social media, which is really crazy. So to have you here is just such an honor, and I hope
I'm so honored.
this brings us closer together.
Me too. I feel like I also know so much about you through the internet, and yet like nothing at all. So I'm excited for this.
That's why we're doing this. I feel like I need to share more of Honey with everyone.
It's true.
So I'm gonna dive in because we have some good questions today, and I wanted to ask. I read that you started going to studios at the age of 14. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's such a young age. Like I feel like I didn't even get my taste acquired till I was like 18. So can you tell us a little bit about like how you ended up in studios at that age, and like what were some of your earliest influences?
Yeah. So I think a lot of making music came from feeling like I had good music taste, and yet the only musicians I knew were boys. So like from a very young age, I was like, I need to do what all these like boys with computers are doing. And it was from a very like early feminist angle. And yeah, I didn't know that's like exactly what it was. But I just like had a boy I had a crush on in high school who like went to this studio. And me and my best friend at the time, we were like, we should go to the studio because we should learn to make music like these cute boys, essentially. And I started going, and I brought my little MacBook computer, and I learned Ableton, and I felt so empowered by that. Like, again, 14 is really young.
Yeah.
And yet, like, to have a skill that you can start to perfect from middle school through high school, you start to, like, see a future for yourself, like, really young. And I think that was the beginning of just being like, whoa, like, I get to turn a passion into, like, something that I could be really good at and turn into a career. I know it sounds like simple, but that was the real like beginning moment for me, was like working in those studios and also being like, wow, I'm like taken seriously when I like work at something, and all these other boys are like instantly taken seriously without being any good. And I recognize like, okay, cool, I really have to work at this to like be taken seriously.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's something I kind of really relate to, because I feel like I've been learning Ableton just these last like 4 years. And it's like, yeah, I spent 10 years perfecting like my DJing craft. So now I'm so confident in that, but I'm, on my 4th year of Ableton. So for you, you're on your like, however old you are, you have your like your stripes on Ableton. You have like your credits and your credentials of being like, I fucking know my shit. I know what I'm doing. And like, I wish I had started younger.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
To all the girlies, like if you want to make music and are inspired and at a young age, like this is a great example of the way to do it.
Yeah, and it's like all you need is a laptop now.
Yeah, literally.
Literally all you need is a laptop and YouTube.
That's how I learned how to DJ.
That's crazy.
Through YouTube tutorials. I was like, I was 18
it.
and I was like, I need to just like get the best at this and figure this out.
I love that.
Shout out YouTube.
Shout out YouTube. Sponsor us.
Okay, so that's so cool. And so 14, you were making music, and then like, when did it really make the switch into like the DJing, or do you think it was like a hand in hand thing where it's like you were making the music and then you're like, oh, I really love DJing too, or did it come later?
Yeah. So again, that same best friend, RJ, who we grew up together our entire lives since we were 2 years old.
Are you guys still friends?
Of course, we're still friends.
Shout out
RJ. And again, all the boys DJ'd these parties in my high school, and they were like very serious. I went to this school called Crossroads, which is in the west side of LA. So it was like very legit. They had like big warehouses and they were ticketed, and we were literally 16 years old, and it was like tiered. So seniors were like $20 and then freshmen were like $70 or something insane. It's genius. I remember being like, I don't want to pay to go to these parties. That's ridiculous. Like, how can we go? And then my friend and I were like, wait, we have like just as good, if not better, music taste. Like, we're so passionate about music. Why don't we just learn to DJ and then get hired for all these parties? So that was like our scheme, essentially.
Gene, yes, I'm obsessed.
Yeah, so we were just scheming really hard. And then We like our moms split a controller for us for Christmas.
Oh my God.
Like a DJ SR, like one of the tiny ones.
Shout out your moms. What queens. I love them.
Yeah. And
it's
we just
so
practiced.
great when your parents are like supportive.
Yeah.
I think that's something that maybe a lot of DJs go through is like the parent moment when you're like, I'm going to become a DJ, and their heart just like stops for half a second. But then they know how much they love us, and they're like, they see it. Yeah. They can see it really happening.
Yep. I mean, my mom had no idea, still to this day, has no idea really what I do or like what the equipment is.
Are you kidding?
To this day, we had dinner the other night and she was like, I hate to ask, like, can you please just like, when you're up there, like, I know you're good, right? You're good. What are you doing? And I was like, okay. I invited her to the studio and she's going to come and I'm going to teach her how to DJ so she can like understand.
Wait, I'm obsessed.
Yeah. So
we need to bring your mom on the show and do like a DJ tutorial.
I would love that so much. She would love that.
Oh my gosh. No, that's so cute. Okay. So you started DJing super young. You had the warehouse parties. So I guess my next question is like maybe hand in hand, but I feel like clubs, I know clubs in like LA, it's like 21 up, but were you ever like getting booked to DJ like 21 up venues at like a younger age and you were just like, I'm a DJ, I'm getting booked, doesn't matter the age?
Yep. So my first ever like, I guess like loose residency, it was when I was 17 and it was at Tenants. And it was I was the assistant for this label owner at the time, and him and the label threw a night on, I think it was like on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I got booked as like the opening DJ. So I think I was actually 16, and on school nights, I would play until 2 a.m. and I would open for like Blood Orange and Empress of and Porches and like all these people that I looked up to so much at the time. And yeah, they'd have to like sneak me through the back, and that's how I learned to play. And I did that for an entire year. And that was when Tenants was like
popping.
Cool. Yeah, that was when like the back room at Tenants like meant a lot. So I was just like this little kid like bopping around, learning how to DJ. Those were my first club sets or bar sets, I guess, whatever you call it.
Did you have any like unhinged moments that happened to you? Because it's like obviously being so much younger than majority of the people in the venue, you're like being exposed and seeing so much shit. Was there ever any moments that you were just like, what's happening?
I mean, simply all the time. That was like the owner then was like best friends with, you know, as he would say, Abel.
Yes.
And Abel would come through. This was like pre him exploding. So it was like right at the beginning. So he would like
House of Balloons era?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Right then. And he would it was more like he would come and watch my sets and I would like shit my pants essentially.
Yeah, you're like this is
so
insane.
Scared.
You're like, please stop.
Yeah, please
turn
stop
around.
looking at me and stop being in this room. But yeah, just like a lot of like random. That was when like Kristen Stewart and Miley, like all the like real Hollywood people used to come to Tenants, and I was like a kid, so I was just like secretly fangirling. It was more of that.
I'm obsessed. This is a great story. I love your background. It's
Thank you so much.
It's very inspiring.
Thank you.
So it's so interesting to see like you have your LA roots, but I also was reading that you lived in Berlin for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's insane. Can you tell us like a bit about your life there? I know you, one article that I read, you were saying it was like one of the most valuable experiences of your life, being able to spend time there. So what like aspects of being in Berlin left like a lasting impression on not only you, but on like you as an artist?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Berlin was like the best experience of my life still to this day. And I think the main thing was we're raised in this country, in my experience, believing that like to be an artist as a career is like very rarely an option. You have to be like a savant at what you do to make money doing it and to be successful doing it and to be like seen in the eyes of the world that like you're allowed to be doing that. And this was the first time in my life where I was like, wow, I can like create and be like just as valued as like a doctor or like any other profession.
Wow.
Like they hold artists as like
very high.
Yeah, it's like pivotal in their society, and it's for the betterment of the people. And I had never felt that in my life, and still to this day, like I don't feel that way in the US the same. So I think I was 20, I turned 21 in Berlin. Wow. And I think just being there and being around people who like made their careers out of just like experimenting with their art, and they got paid you get government subsidies to be an artist in Berlin.
Wow.
So you get paid to like, you know, mess around in the studio all day or like do some weird performative art thing. And I was like, that in itself is just the most beautiful thing I'd like ever seen. So yeah, I like tried to take that with me when I came home, because I was like, this is how it should be, in my opinion. Like, artists deserve that space and that recognition to feel how important they are to society, you know?
Yeah. I really relate to what you said about like being a savant at like what you do in order to make it here. It's like, it definitely is very challenging because there are like a lot of DJs always like coming up on the scene. So it's like, you know, what differentiates you from another DJ and from another DJ? And I think like being able to find your own craft and like having your own experiences. And I think like you going to Berlin and having that moment, maybe from like an outsider point of view, to me is like maybe what gave you the sauce for gag and like
100%.
allowed you to like view the way of doing a party in like a very different way.
100%. And that's when Alex and I first met. Like, that was my main thing. I was like, I want to bring that feeling that I felt in Berlin, in New York, in Paris, like that nightlife thing that LA is so desperately lacking. We need to bring that here. And like, if I'm going to live here because of COVID and because I had to move home, like, it would mean so much to me if I can carve that space out. So you're totally spot on. That was definitely a big inspiration.
So it's crazy. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I still haven't been to a gag, which is like, should
insane.
be illegal.
That's criminal.
It's criminal. I should get arrested for not going. It means I've been working way too hard and I need to have much more fun.
Yeah.
But I definitely need to go. But for people that are watching that don't really know about gag, can you tell us what gag stands for?
So
is
gag,
it a secret? Or
no,
is it a secret?
No. Gag stands for nothing.
It's just literally gag.
It's just like, you're gagging.
Yeah, like, yeah.
You know, she's gagged. We're gagged. Gag is a queer party. And at first when we were thinking of the name, we were like, we need something like sexy, something gay. At first I was like, maybe it's juice. And Alex was like, ew, no. We were just thinking about like single word, like hot things. And gag could mean like, you know, the physical gag. It could also mean like she's gagging.
Yeah.
It could, you know, when you like look really hot.
I feel like gagged. The whole experience is just gag.
Yep.
Like,
yes.
How everyone looks is gag. The way the music you're playing, I'm gagging. Like everything is just like fucking hot. I mean, I see pictures. So wait, when you did Ibiza, when you went to play in Ibiza, was that a gag or was that you going to DJ a set? Wasn't Alex there too?
Yeah. Yeah. So the story with that was, it's a good one. So I used to be Charlie's assistant like crazy. 3 years ago. And that was because I moved back home because of the pandemic. And I was like, what do I do with my life? Like I was supposed to be in Europe right now, like, you know, playing. And I essentially dreamed up like, who would my dream artist be to work for? And it was Charlie. And I
love her.
Yeah, I love her too, and I manifested like working on her team. Like I don't know how it happened, but it happened, and I was so grateful for that. And I worked on her team, on her management for about a year, and then I started gag like right at the end of it. And you know, as the parties would go on, I'd like text her. She'd be watching. Charlie's like, she watches. You know? She's like such a has such a sense of things around culture, and like she always has her finger on the pulse. So as things were like rising with gag, she was just watching and would like text me on now and then and be like, I want to come. It looks really cool. Oh my God. And I was like, girl, you got to come. Like, please, we'd be honored to have you. And this was like right before Brat. This was like 360 hadn't even come out, or it was like just about to come out. And then one party, her fiance was DJing for us. And she was like, okay, cool. I'm going to come. And we were like, okay. And she came, and it was like one of the best nights ever. And yeah, 360 had just come out and we played it, and it was just like
went crazy.
Next Level, Club Classics had just come out too. And anyway, after she like saw the success of the party, she started inviting Alex and I to like go on tour with her. So it wasn't sick. Gag officially, it was just Alex and I.
Yes, but
yes.
You guys are gag. You guys are spreading that energy, and I feel like the association is just, it's the same kind of. And I'm sure there were many fans in the audience of your party. So it's just, it follows wherever you guys go. Yeah,
it's true. It's really true. There were fans. There were people who like happened to be in Ibiza from LA who'd like been to our parties and been to our shows. And that was really cool.
Okay, so I mean, this is like, I don't know how crazy, much more crazy the stories can get, but because I feel like that's a pretty great story. But is there any stories that are too good not to share that have happened at Gag?
Oh my God. Too good not to share. Oh,
I know, I'm like,
man. I mean, Gag, in my opinion, like, I just like, people come out the woodwork for Gag. Like,
yes.
in my experience, it's the type of party where, like, the person that you talked to 6 months or a year ago, like,
is there.
It's just
obsessed.
like all walks of life. And my craziest experiences have just been with like people that I never thought I'd be in the room with. And then like we have like the best night ever. And also just like crazy people have rolled through to Gag. Like,
no, I know. I was going to say, so I saw like Tove Lo, Troye Sivan, Kim Petras, like those are some people that have come, which is like absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So have they been on lineups, or are they more like people that are, it's a combination. It's everything.
Like Saweetie was there once. She wasn't even on the lineup. She just like came.
She's like, I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the Tinashe one. Yeah, I think they're just like hearing about it, I guess.
Have you had a, I know. Well, I have, so it's like the word spreads, especially in LA.
Yeah, but I feel like your party too, you probably have insane people.
We've had some good people. We're working on the rebrand.
Nice.
We're working on extending it. I feel like you can probably relate. Like my goal is just like for me, it's like reaching that girl that just is like in her room on fucking Instagram, like wanting to be a part of something and like doesn't know how, what, or where to begin. And I feel like for me, like with Club Honey, it was always like, okay, let's create a space where like girls like that can come and girls like that can go meet other girls. Cause I feel like I was very much like a loner when I moved here. Like I knew nobody. Like I had to literally create my whole like life through music and friends, but like music was my vessel to like be able to create everything. So I think like, yeah, it's tricky, but I don't know.
I mean, I love that, and you should be proud of yourself for doing that. Because creating community in LA is really hard.
It's hard, but like you're saying, it's like when people start to hear, they hear, and they're like, how do we get involved? How do we go? How do we be there?
100%.
So that's why Saweetie fucking pulled up, because she's like, I'm trying to have a good time.
Yeah, she was
trying
like,
to pop out.
Uh-huh.
So what has been I mean, obviously it's so hard because like Charlie, we love her so much, but what is like another artist that has been like your favorite that has like either DJ'd or performed at Gag?
Her fiance, George Daniel.
Okay.
George is like so talented beyond, I think.
I need to see one of his sets.
Yeah. I'm so inspired every time he plays, and I feel like I'm behind the decks just like watching his hands. Like I'm watching everything he's doing, like all of his edits I'm so inspired by. I think his perspective is so interesting. Like he's also just like so musically knowledgeable, and you can hear that in his sets. And I'm like a nerd about music, so I appreciate that. Like I love like a stupid silly set too, as much as like the next girl. But when someone comes on there and you're like, oh no, you really know your shit, and like
you're about to take us through a journey.
Yeah, and I feel that way every time. Like I feel honestly blessed when he plays our parties, and obviously I feel blessed when Charlie does too. But I think most people know George for 1975. They don't know him for like his DJ stuff is all new. So yeah, I feel super inspired. Like I want to make music that like he would play in a set one day. I feel like that would be a win.
No, that's fire.
Yeah.
I think that's a great observation to make too, because I think when you go in the studio and you're like, what the fuck am I going to make today? Having like that sort of mental visualization is like, will help you make that song.
Yeah.
You need to.
Yeah.
I'm going to check back in a few months and be like, did you make the song?
I got things cooking.
Good. So I have just like one more Gag question, and then we'll move on from Gag, even though, you know, Gag is life.
Gag is life.
If you could just describe Gag in 3 words, what would they be?
Sexy, hot, and free.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Sexy, hot, and free.
Totally.
That's how I want to feel every second of my life.
Yeah.
Like,
we're just Gaggy girls over here.
We are.
Yeah.
I think it should say like gag, sexy, hot, and free. I think that's
totally
like the
agree.
next. Maybe that's the collab we do, or the one that the party I play.
Would love.
Instead of honey, more. It's just
sexy, hot,
free.
Yeah, I love it.
It's the rarest back to back.
I love
that you've ever seen.
I would love that. Yeah, I mean, and the main thing is like, we get feedback from so many people that come saying like, I feel safe to dance. Like I go to your party to dance, and I'm like, that's the most fundamental thing of a party. We've like lost sight of that.
Going to dance.
Yes.
Well, that's like with Berlin, with Europe. I feel like you've obviously DJed internationally. I have as well, and I feel like that's been the biggest disconnect. Is like sometimes when I'm playing parties here, it's like I want to play this certain song, but I know like everyone in the room is gonna look at me like kind of weird. But if I played that song in London, like they're all like, yeah, fuck yeah, like they appreciate the music that's like almost very extreme, and like your body maybe is unsure how to move or dance to it, but you end up just fucking finding the flow and figuring it out. And I think here some DJs are too scared almost to take those risks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I completely agree. I think also like being a DJ takes a lot of courage. I think people don't really
it's scary.
Understand that. Like, it's like especially when you're up there alone, like being up there with Alex is such a nice crutch for me, honestly. Like I love it for a million reasons, but another one is like I have a lot of stage fright, and being there alone and having like people look at you and be like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you playing? It's such an intimidating sensation. So yeah, I completely resonate with that. With like, I think just getting better and like putting your hours in, the more confident you get in your sound, and you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna play that song. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
You guys want to dance? Whatever. It shows my taste and like what I like.
Yeah. I did a panel this weekend, and one of the girls asked me, she goes, do you ever get scared to play a song? And I was like, that's like the best question I've ever been asked, because I think that's, she's so tapped in, like she gets it. Like she gets that. And I was like, I think when I started, definitely, because it's that moment of like, you know, shit, everyone's looking at me. It's like this like sort of uncomfortableness. But then once you just, like you say, you get your stripes, and like, you know who you are as a DJ, and you feel so confident in you that it's just like, no, I don't really feel that way anymore. But definitely first few years, 100%. Oh, I've literally been yelled at by like a guy that worked at the club to like literally stop playing a song, and like I went home that night and like cried for hours, and my mom's like, no more DJing, like no more, like you're making you sad. And I was just like, after that day I was like, you know what, I will never forget that night, because that like gave me the thick skin. After that I was just like, I'm ruthless.
Yeah, girl, I have so many things like that too.
Yeah, right?
Of course. I mean, also when you're a young girl in this industry, which sounds like you're thinking about a lot lately in these interviews, like you get badgered by men telling you you're not good enough, or that you're not playing the right thing, or that you're not doing it correctly. Like that is such a consistent theme. And like it's so hard to feel confident after that, you know?
I feel like men are scared of me now.
Hell yeah.
Like
they should be.
It's kind of crazy. Like I feel like I went like through a phase where I just was like fucking putting everyone on blast. Like,
hell yeah.
Like if you would talk shit to me at a club, like I used to always just be like, oh, tee hee hee, and like just brush it off. But like I really had to get the like thick skin to be like, yo, like, no, what are you saying to me? Why are you talking to me like this? Who are you?
Yeah.
And so like now, like no one dares to tell me shit anymore.
Hell yeah.
But like it took 10 years.
Yeah. You're also in yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
It took 10 years for me to just be like, no, like I'm not going to take the abuse anymore. But I'm now hearing other girls telling me X and X and X is doing the same shit that they used to do to me. So it's like this can like continued cycle of like almost like, I think it's bullying. Like
totally.
I don't know like what the word is, but it's like pretty much bullying.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like not a vibe.
No, it's horrible, and those people deserve to be called out. I'm right behind you, babe.
Right?
Yes, of course.
I'm over it. I'm
over
like,
it.
ugh.
I've been over it. I mean, there's so many female DJs though and musicians that are like rising right now that I do hope that there will be a bit of a shift.
Yeah, but I think that's what's causing them to like freak out.
Right. Yeah.
Because their
egos are like, ah!
Yeah, they're like, wait. Because I feel like when I was starting, I would be one of the only girls on the lineup. But like there is definitely having this change, which I'm so grateful for and so happy for. But I'm like, I almost want to get a guy on the show to just be like, how are you feeling? Like, how do you
good?
feel? Like, are you good? Like, now it's like the girls, like, we're coming. Like, we're coming for you.
It's true. It's so true. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I have a guy on the show, but I'm also kind of like, what's he gonna say that we don't already know? Respectfully. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, totally. Yeah. We do know. We do know. We do know everything. We know how they're feeling.
We know it all.
Okay, so I remember my first gig. Do you remember your first gig?
Whoa. Yeah, my first gig. I do, and I have pictures of it.
Okay.
It was for one of those parties that I mentioned, those high school parties. And I was wearing a Free People sparkly shirt with like a little bralette under.
I'm obsessed.
And a little like leather pant moment. And yeah, it was me and RJ. And we like had a little like fold out plastic table with our little controller on it.
So did you kill it? Did you cry after, or did you black out from nerves?
Oh, definitely black out from nerves. But like, I thought we were like the most famous people ever. We were like, I was like, we just played
You're like, we just slayed
set of a
that.
lifetime. All SoundCloud edits from like random bedroom producers, no mainstream anything. We were like, we are so niche.
You guys walked into fucking school the next day, like hair blowing in the wind. The doors just magically opened. You're like, we are here.
Pretty much. That's what it felt like.
No, I'm like, even just talking to you right now, I'm like so excited. I need to come like see one of your sets soon.
I would really love that.
Is there any gag events coming up?
Yeah, we're doing We Hope Pride.
Okay, amazing.
The festival out loud, and then we have an afters, so come to that. May 31st.
Okay, yeah, we need all the Club Honey girls. They're supporting.
Yes, I would love that.
Okay, so what's one thing about you that your friends would be surprised to learn? Any hidden talents or hobbies?
Ooh, that my friends, because my friends know me pretty well.
Or like your fans, like your gag fans, like you're just like everyone that's obsessed with you.
Yeah,
because like you're saying, like even with me, like as DJs, like it's the persona they see, like you know that, which is us, but like. Any little like secret things about you?
I do. I'm secretly a big farm girl.
I'm obsessed.
I have worked on farms my entire life. Like,
it's like, tell me, like milking the cows, getting the eggs. What's going on?
Yeah, like so I went to music school. I went to Clive Davis in New York, and then on the weekends I used to like train to tri-state area, like in Philadelphia and like upstate New York, and I'd work on farms. So I would like grow vegetables and like make sauerkraut and like make kombucha and like. I'm a big farm. Everything I'm doing right now is to buy a farm. That is like
I really relate to that.
Yeah, really?
That's the goal. No, 100%. I'm just like I want the animals. I want the dogs. I want the ranch.
Yep, that's it.
I want the DJ club room that's like in the bar.
Yep, in the like wine cellar.
Yeah, somewhere super sexy.
Yep, exactly.
Well, we need to do like I've been trying to do more like outdoorsy stuff. I feel like I'm always just like in the studio or at, you know, events or clubs or parties, and I feel like I've been trying to take more time to just like go be in nature and go just like disconnect, and I feel like it's hard.
I mean, so do you know anything about Usal?
No. Okay, yes, I've heard about it, but I don't know too much. Tell us.
So I like helped start about 3 years ago this outdoor company called Usal. And our like main thing is that we like host outdoor experiences for like our community. And we created an entire community of people that just like want to be outside and meet other people and like felt a barrier to entry for either like financial reasons or like they didn't feel like enough of an athlete or whatever. So yeah, I like co-founded that 3 years ago.
Insane.
And now we do 30 events every month in LA.
Wait, what? Mm-hmm. How do I find out about stuff?
Yeah, usalproject.com or Usal Project on Instagram. But
do you guys have anything coming up? Like,
I mean, we have so many. This morning we did like a Solomon and Damson Matter like hike for the girlies, and then a little brunch thing that looks really beautiful.
Wait, I'm obsessed.
Yeah, and then a couple weeks ago we did this like Redwoods retreat where everyone drove up north, and we did this like incredible camping trip in the woods, and it was like river and campfire and hiking and ceramics, and like it's a dream. So I have my balance. I have my like day thing,
yes,
which is Usal, and then nighttime Love vibes.
Bag. Yes. No, I'm obsessed.
So you have to come. You're going to love it.
Oh, no, I need to. I feel like this has just been like so much building. And I feel like now I kind of have things in motion. And I think even with Club Honey, it's been like very nighttime vibes. And now I'm trying to change it and make it more like community daytime experiences, but then still like do the ragers.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a balance of both. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
I mean, people need the daytime stuff. A lot of people in LA also don't party, don't drink. So
yeah. So wait, do you like drink during your sets or like?
I've been sober for almost a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something people probably don't know. Yeah.
Well, it's funny. We'll have a drink at like dinner. But it's been like a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
which is
great.
like insane.
Yeah.
Because I used to drink at every set.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was like, I think it felt like the energy that I was bringing and coming home with wasn't what I remember or initially had planned when I wanted to be a DJ. Like when I started, I felt like I was very like loving and light. And then like it sort of took this like dark turn where it's like, okay, now you have to build the thick skin because you have to go through all the bullshit that takes, 5 to 10 years to get through. And I feel like this last year has just been me like tapping back into like my feminine in a way and like getting rid of like the masculine part of me, which I feel like as DJs we have to have, because it's like we have to, like you said, like watch who's coming in the booth, stand our guards for our DJ sets, try not to get kicked off the fucking booth. Or like I've literally had guys like I play 2 songs and they'll be like, yo, like it's my turn. Like,
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I feel like I had to build like such thick skin, because in that moment I would have to be like, yo, like, no, I just got here. And now I feel like I'm very just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you really want to DJ that badly? Like,
yeah, here you go.
Your dick's getting that hard. Like, get on the decks.
Totally.
I just feel like I'm like picking my battles now, and like my battle is Club Honey. Like I will fight for Club Honey, and I will fight for my other girls. Like even one night, me and Sophie Gray did a party, and she's like texting me. She's like, oh my God, like, the guy's on right now, like it's supposed to be my set, and I came in hot. I like pulled up into the booth like total momager. I was like, yo, like it's her set. And like I went back in my masculine, and my boyfriend was like, yo, like are you good? And I was like, I need to go outside. And like I had to go back outside and like sit and like take a few deep breaths and be like, okay, recenter yourself. Like don't allow these guys and their egos to like mess with what you've been working with for the last year and a half to get to this point. And like it's like when you stop drinking, you're really able to be fully in control of your emotions and your actions and like the way you handle situations. And I think I just am handling things much better than how I used to handle them when things would go wrong.
Wow, that was some truth. Right? I like so resonate with that. And it's a shame that this industry like has forced that behavior, but also like how fucking courageous and brave of you to be able to stand your ground, because you are protecting something that you built that you're very proud of, and you're also protecting those around you who like are still, Sophie's like also starting out, right?
Yeah, she's so young. It's like I feel like it's almost like I went through this last 10 years, like this stuff shouldn't keep happening. So it's like I don't know if there needs to be like a DJ etiquette class. Like I keep 100%. Joking, like I want to just.
We need a union.
Yeah, we need the DJ union where it's just like, what would be like your 3 rules? Like what? Like let's come up with like some DJ rules
I love
right
it.
now.
I think one that you just mentioned, like do not cut another person's set off.
Yes.
Always.
Go introduce yourself to the DJ. Before you, like, if you're about to plug in, be like, yo, I'm Honey. Like, I'm going to get on. Like, I'm going to come back in like 5 minutes. Like, let me know when you're ready. Like, so sweet, so nice. Not like, yo, boop, boop, boop. I'm just like, what?
I also think another one should be like, out of respect, you should like stay for the next person's set and the person before you.
It's so hard.
Like, not the whole thing, but like, show support. Like,
yeah.
be dancing in the front. Like, especially if it's an opener, like, be present. Especially for, like, our own parties. Like, Alex is, which I love about him. He's like, I'm getting there at 10 right when the doors open. I'm going to be there all night. I want the openers and the closers to know that, like, we care that they're doing this. And, like, you know how it goes. Sometimes the opener, there's no one there for 30 minutes. Or there's like, only a couple people. Same with closers. And, like, those people are, like, killing it. The events would not run without them. So, like, showing support, I think, is a big one.
Yes, I love that. No, support is the way. Support. And I think support builds community. I think, like, I mean, I opening sets, not the best, but, like, I grew to love an opening set. I don't know, like, even sometimes when I'm booking girls for Club Honey and, like, if I'm, like, giving the girl the opening set, I will say, like, the opening set isn't as bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the opening set, there's something about an opening set. And I feel like it's like this, like, thing that DJs, like, never want, but it's, I don't know. Sometimes even if I get asked, like, do you want to play, like, the opening or closing, like, I'll take the opening.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather, like, get the vibe, like, right for the party rather than just, like, have the chaos. I don't know.
Yup. I mean, babe, perfect, like, segue, because Alex and I just played EDC this past weekend, which was absolutely insane. And we played the opening set. And I was like, no one's going to be there. Alex and I were both, like, 5 people. Actually, maybe 10. Like, we kept, the whole time we were rehearsing, we were like, no one is going to show up to this. Like, the festival opened at 4:30 and we played 5 to 7. Okay. And I was like, and the main stages didn't even go on until 7. So I was like, no one's going to be there. Girl, there was literally 7,000 people at our set. It was insane. It was like people as far as I could see. Our stage was exploding with people. Like, it was one of the best sets we've ever played in our lives, like, for sure.
So what stage was it?
It was Bionic Jungle, which is, like, a new one that they are doing for, like emerging electronic artists that aren't, like, EDM specific. So, you know, we play, like, a lot of, like, we play all sorts of stuff. That's not just electronic. Like, we do, like, Latin house, like, we do, I play reggaeton, then we'll do tech house, techno, like, and then Alex plays, like, gay anthems.
Yes.
You know?
No,
so
I
we're,
love
like,
it.
all over the place. And yeah, and, like, I was so grateful for the opening set.
No, it's so great that EDC is doing this, because I played last year and I played, like, one of the art carts, which was, like, really fun, but, like, to me, I was like, the art cart was the only thing that made sense for me, because none of the stages made sense for me, because, like you're saying, it's very, like, genre niched on sound. And I think like people that go to EDC are this new wave of us as DJs. I feel like we're this, I don't know what to call us, but we're like taste maker DJs. Like we understand music. We love all music. Our genre and like music taste is much more eclectic than regular, just like, I don't know, than the classic like form of what a DJ has been. 100%. So I was on Instagram and I saw the stage that you played and I saw people commenting saying like, this was the best stage at EDC. And I feel like I have literally been saying this for years, saying like, when are these electronic festivals going to really start? Like no one, like, yes, there is a need and desire for like 12 hours of techno and, or like, you know, EDM, but like the campers, that's why your stage was fucking packed at 4 or 5 o'clock, because the campers are ready. Yeah. And there's thousands of campers and they get there and they're like, let's go, let's rage. And they want to listen to like music that really makes you dance. Like I feel like a lot of the music at EDC is like, it's more like vibey drug, like enhanced music, which I still like all about, amazing. But I think the space was needed. So it's so awesome that they did this.
I completely agree. I also think like this particular generation of like people that are deep diving into electronic music, especially on SoundCloud, like they have such diverse taste. Yeah. And I think that's exactly what you're saying. Like they love the Alesso, they love like the Sarah Landry. Like that to me is more niche now. Like the fact that they were playing main stage, like Sarah Landry playing main stage.
Insane.
She's incredible. I was literally just like in awe. But that genre is like heavy. Like that is a heavy genre. And like I think people were more like there for the body experience than they were for like that I'm just gonna bust a fucking move and like
yeah,
go crazy.
Yeah, let loose and have fun.
Yeah, like I think it's more just like, this is insane, you know, because it was
the moment is very like cinematic.
Yeah, oh my God. I mean, her performance, I was like, I wasn't dancing though. I was more just like,
you're just
wow.
like, yeah, like this is insane.
You're for also like, she's so epic and like has such a presence. But yeah, the stage, anyway, Bionic Jungle did amazing. And Live from Earth crew, are you familiar with them?
No.
They're, shout out Live from Earth. They're my favorite music collective right now out of Europe. They're out of Berlin.
I need to check them out.
Yeah, they have DJ Gigala, they have MCRT, Horse Girl, like a genre of music that I'm very inspired by right now. And I would say it's like speed house.
It's hot. I feel it. It's, I'm hearing it.
Yeah, you're hearing it right now. Me too. But they took over Bionic Jungle on Saturday, and they had like Dylan Brady do a set, and it was very like forward thinking, which in dance music there's a lot of monotony as you experience.
Yeah.
So like it's very inspiring to see the new age of like genre expansion, because I'm like, I've never heard that before, and that's what I'm looking for, you know?
Yeah. No, I think that's why the Europeans, we love them. We love them because they're on it. They get it. They know it's an experience going to a festival. You want to go, you want to party, you want to have fun, you want to dance, you want to like hear new music, new styles, new genres, new shit. And I think that's what like I love Skin on Skin. Like I feel like every time I've seen his sets, I'm just always like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm, me too. He's so epic. He's so freaking cool.
You know, and I feel like it's like, I feel like Skin on Skin, like, yeah, he's a rarity, but I feel like there are a lot of artists coming out of Europe that are giving that same sort of like real ass swag to their shit. And like, I don't know. I feel like in this, what's coming out of the States almost just feels like, not like they're copying the other artists, but it feels very much like, okay, what's popping in Europe is now like, we get it 6 months later. And then it's like, now everyone's making this style of music when it's like, make something fresh. Like Sammy Vergi, like he also like, I don't know. I feel like we need some, I want it to be the girls. I'm like, I'm working on music. I know you're working on music. So I'm really excited to like, just see and hear like the music that we're all going to start putting out. I think it's needed because it's been just like, there's not much coming out from the States with DJs. I don't know.
Totally. No, I completely agree.
Especially like as an artist, like what you're saying, it feels like the DJ culture is very much like just DJ culture, DJing, and it's like less about like the artistry. Mm-hmm. And I think there's, you know, I don't know, there's a very fine line with like DJing and then like making music, and then it's like people don't consider you a DJ unless you're making music, but it's like,
which is a whole thing. Like,
yeah, it's
that's
hard.
A whole other conversation. Like, because I've been facing that a lot over the past couple of months, and a lot of these conversations with people who are like interested in working with me, and they're like, so when's the album coming out? And I'm like, it's interesting how we've like lost concept of like the art of the DJ being like a profession and an art. Like, if you are not making music, you cannot be a successful DJ. And they are like hammering that in. But I think that produces exactly what you're saying, where like the outcome is like not like the music, that the weight of the music, like when you're forcing people who like aren't necessarily artists, I'm not speaking on my behalf, but on other people who are like, oh, okay, cool. Like if I'm going to do this, I have to come out with a record. But like they don't like making music. So the record is not like coming from like a super genuine place. It's coming from a like, this is what I was told I have to do.
It's like what do they call it when you're like a industry plant?
An industry plant.
Right?
Yeah. But that's so interesting to hear the like switch that now Europe is kind of like leading the charge versus like for so many years I think Europe looked to us in terms of culture and was like repeating what we were doing, and now there's like a cool pendulum shift.
Yeah, no, you know? Now especially for the DJs, they're crushing it. Yeah. But I think what's interesting how you said like making the album, I think with sorry, the dogs are barking. Oh my god, Benito. I think like I feel like, oh my god, we'll crop this. Benito. Jordan, get Benito. Is he okay? No, it's fine. Anyways, oh my god. What's wrong? How long has it been?
It's been, you have 10 minutes
great.
until an hour.
Okay, great.
Okay,
great,
cool.
Great.
Oh my God, just flew by.
I know.
No, it
Yeah.
goes so fast.
Crazy.
Fuck, what were we talking about? Okay, what I was gonna say was like, I feel like what's been so interesting with like the DJ community culture and like music that's been happening is that like these moments of like 30 seconds of a song that go viral on like an Instagram and TikTok video, and then it's like that's now how like DJ releasing music works. It's like you have a song, you play it for X, Y, and Z months. You tease it, you get so much footage of the song, and then you put out the song. It almost feels like it's becoming like a mathematical equation of the like process of being a DJ, putting out a song. And that's what's been making me feel like this whole industry plant concept of like it just feels like too structured. And I feel like that's what I've been struggling with, because I'm like going through that now with my team and how I'm releasing music, and it's just like the rules, because like that's how it's been done for artists that are releasing music. But like to me as a DJ, I feel like it's so different and it shouldn't be applied in the same way, because the DJs, like we go and we put shit out on SoundCloud and we put stuff out, and it's like we're not trying to get like these millions and millions of streams. We're trying to reach our like fan base, even if it's like 100, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people that like are about us and what we're doing, and we're really making the music for like our community and our people. And it's just hard with the pressure of like all the business and like music people that are giving you their advice and their opinions. And
of course,
I don't know, I feel like I've been struggling with that a lot lately.
I mean, of course. I mean, also like making something you care so much about and then it being diluted to like how well is this going to do on TikTok. I mean, like it's not like an immediate reflection of how your fans feel about what you created. And I think that's a really important thing right now that like people are losing sight of, is like it's okay if your music doesn't go viral. That does not mean that you did not create a beautiful product. And that like, I mean, look at like Charlie's a hard example because she's doing so well right now.
But it took her she's been at this forever.
And now like How I'm Feeling Now was my favorite album that she'd ever done. Same. And now like Party For You is having a moment. That was 5 years ago. You know?
It's so crazy.
Yeah, now, and she even wrote about that. She was like, it makes me so happy to see that people are like valuing this thing that I thought was amazing when I made it.
But no
like,
one then cared.
Yeah, or like not as much as they do now.
Sorry.
No one cared.
No, they cared, but now everyone cares.
Yeah, exactly.
Our grandmas care.
Yeah, it's true.
And,
my mom cares a lot.
And like before, they weren't as understanding.
Yeah.
But the moms are brat.
Oh my God. I mean,
my dad even
brat.
is like,
everyone is brat. It's insane. I love it. I'm here for it forever.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back on some of these questions because we have some cute ones. But what's the most unhinged DM you've gotten after a set?
Oh my God. I
know it's a hard one.
Okay, I mean, I have two. I've gotten like really mean ones.
Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah, I've gotten like
oh my gosh, I can't imagine.
Yeah, I think a pretty unhinged one was one I honestly got recently, where they were like, why do you have to DJ if you're just like a rich Nepo baby?
Oh
like,
my gosh,
something like that. And I was like, that's actually hilarious. Like, if you knew anything about like me, my family, and like my life, you would never have said that. But
cool, dude. Yeah.
But like, chill.
Yeah.
And it takes. I'm an Aries. I'm a fire sign, so I'm.
Oh my gosh.
So like,
I'm a Leo.
Oh, love. Yeah.
My boyfriend's an Aries.
Love.
You love guys are amazing.
Fire signs. Yeah, it's really good. It's good vibes, but we'll definitely like freak out. You know. So I was like, it took everything in me not to respond, but I didn't. So I've gotten some crazy ones like that, and then I've also gotten some really nice ones. I get a lot of girls that message me, and it like makes me want to cry, and they're like, I like watch your set every day and like I look up to you and I bought like a controller because of you, and those make me so happy. And I've had girls come up to me at shows and they're like, you're like my idol or whatever, and I'm always like, whoa, like I feel just little me like doing what I can, you know, and it means beyond the world to me when like anyone is inspired by what I'm doing. Like that's why I do this. I do this because I started when I was 16 and I felt like all the boys were taking up all the space and like nobody looked at the girls, and that like girls didn't have room to do this. And like I looked at like the Peggy Goos of the world and like the Toki Monster and the Honey Dijon, and I was like, I'd watch their boiler rooms literally every single day.
Yeah.
Like just so inspired by their work because they're incredibly talented, but also like what they were shepherding for women. And like to know that some girls feel that way about me like makes me emotional. It's like that makes me want to do this for as long as I can, you know?
No, it's so true. It's all about inspiring the girls.
It's true.
We're doing
It's
it for
beautiful.
the girls. We're trying to
It's all for
push
the
them all out
girls.
so that it's just all the girls all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Benito. We just need a Benito clip.
We do.
Okay, what's the most outrageous request someone has made in the DJ booth, and did you play it?
Oh my God. We've been like full club vibe. Like it's going crazy. And they'll be like, can you play
Bad Bunny?
Yeah, Bad Bunny always.
Bad Bunny.
Always Bad Bunny or like Katy Perry. I've had like a Katy Perry. And I'm like, guys, please no. I'm not teenage dreaming it. Like right at the peak of the night.
I think you need to make an edit. Like a
Same.
teenage dream club edit could actually go crazy.
I feel like there probably are some really good ones out there already.
we have to check it out.
We
Like
do.
Teenage dream, and then it just goes into like
Into some crazy shit. Yeah, we
some
need
like
to find
baile.
it.
It should be like teenage dream into some
Girl,
baile.
I can already hear it. I know it exists.
Okay, so like when they ask you that, what do you say?
I'm
Like,
always so nice. Oh my God. I'm always like, oh, like if I have it on my USB, I totally will. Because people, okay,
They don't understand-
common
yeah.
misconception that
Yes,
like
tell
nobody
'em.
understands. When we have our USBs, you are not like plugging into some magic worldwide system where you can like look up any song that's ever existed ever. That is not how it works. You download the music that you have beforehand and then you show up and that's all you have. You cannot pull a song from the heavens and it will show up. So just PSA, everyone. But yeah, I'm always like, for the sake of people generally not knowing that, I'm like, oh my God, yes. Like if I have it, I totally will. And then,
But then they don't understand what you, because I've said that, and then they come back and they're like,
they come
where's the
back.
song? And I was like, no, like I don't have it. She's like, what do you mean you don't have it? And I'm like, it's not on the hard drive. It doesn't exist.
But at least like give them like a feeling of which I tried.
Yes.
You know, I did try.
Okay, we have some good ones to wrap up. So, okay, let's see. Okay, this one's kind of funny.
Okay.
So you've DJ'd fashion weeks, art shows, and full-on ragers. Which is the worst crowd to play for?
Oh my God. Definitely like the corporate things
Okay.
suck. Like they're money moments. You do the corporate thing, so you get the
can
bag.
and keep creating.
You get the cute photo, whatever you need. I'm such a proponent of like, when I see girls like on Instagram getting their bag, I never think that they should feel like weird about it. I'm always
not
like,
at all.
do your paid post, girl. And like my friends will post on their close friends being like, oh my God, so embarrassing, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, it's
That's
so
the point of
cool.
it. It's amazing we can make money off of Instagram.
Yeah. And like, with the corporate gigs, the client, like, I'm always like, oh my God, this is just like, because they're always, sorry, they're always looking at me like, like, what are you playing? Like, who are you? Who's this girl? And I'm like, I don't know. I just got paid to be here.
Yeah,
So
you're like,
those.
I'm just here to give you guys a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you have a song that, like, what's your favorite song to get the crowd going? From DJ to DJ.
Wow. Wowie wow. Okay, well, I can tell you guys some secret sauce I've been doing lately. A 3-songer.
Okay, I love that.
Back to back to back. We did this in our tour, our gag tour. We did this at EDC. And it is a Satisfaction reggaeton remix.
Ooh. Ooh.
Into the Waka Flocka
Oh, shit.
like crazy dub remix. And then
What, I go hard in the paint?
yes. Have you heard this one?
No.
Oh my God, I have to send it to you. It's like a dub, it's like virtually a dubstep remix, but it's so good. Every time I play it, people like face melt.
Oh my God.
So that, and then into Love Parade, with the techno remix. Yeah.
That's literally,
It's the secret
that
sauce.
song needs to just be studied. It's the
It's
best
true.
song ever created.
It's got crack in it.
Oh, that's a good. We
you.
need to like put that over the podcast.
Yeah. No, we really
the
do.
video ends.
I have the edit, so I'll give it to you.
What's it called?
My edit?
Yeah, we need
what is my edit called?
Satisfaction Waka into Love Parade.
No. It's called it's called It's a Party. It's called It's a Party.
No, it's really a party.
Mm-hmm. I mean, those 3 back-to-back, people like actually lose their minds. So that's the secret sauce, girl.
No, that is the sauce. Thank you for sharing that with us.
So welcome. No gatekeeping here.
Yeah, no, definitely. Okay, so last 2 questions to end
Let's
this
do
beautiful
it.
conversation with you. Do you have a dream festival to play at that you haven't got to play yet?
I really want to play Portola.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
I want to play Portola and I want to play Deck Mental. Do you know that one?
I haven't heard that
It's
one.
in Europe.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's in Prague. Sorry if that's not correct. But like some of my favorite Boiler Room sets are from that festival and it just looks incredible.
I feel like visually I know what you're talking about now.
It's so cool. It's a lot of it's outdoor, in this like
I know they're iconic.
Yeah.
There's like 3 DJ sets I've seen that have been in there.
Yeah, so but Portola in the States for sure. The lineups are so good.
Do you have any exciting or fun projects coming up that you can tell us about?
I do. I mean, we're doing Hard Summer.
Okay, when August 6th?
Yes.
It's always on my fucking birthday.
Oh, really?
And
I'm like, come, girl.
I know. I need to.
You got that guest pass. You got that VIP pass.
I love you.
Yeah, of course. Hard's coming up. We're playing Charlie's Music Festival in London.
Okay, I just saw that's gonna be so fun. What do you know the dates?
It is June 14th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be so fun. I'm so sad I don't get out there till like the week after.
I know. That is really sad.
Well,
but we're gonna connect.
Yeah, we're gonna connect in Paris.
Yeah.
In Paris.
Exactly. So maybe some Fête de la Musique stuff.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Are you French?
My mother's French.
Okay, amazing. The musique, when you said it, I was like,
you
oh,
that?
there's a little oui, oui.
accent in there. Mm-hmm.
There's a little parlez-vous français.
Don't ask me to say anything else other than that.
J'adore. Honey.
J'adore. Mm-hmm. Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. No, I'm so excited for you. I'm so grateful to have had you on the show and to gotten to learn more about you. And I'm just so excited for everything that's coming to you. And you deserve all your flowers. And I just hope that I'm going to just see much more of you now.
Me too, girl. And I'm so honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Love you.
Yay, love you.